Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to itmeWeekly. JP here. We have a full week of content ahead. Let's go ahead and just jump to the schedule so you guys can see what I am talking about. All right, so as you can see, all 4 role plays are happening. It's funny that the week after I announced the 4th show, and I think to myself, oh, there's never going to be a time where I have 4 shows in 1 week, right? It happens. Which is great. I mean, I can't wait. So let's go ahead and just run through the schedule. Tonight we're going to be doing RollPlay D&D. That's going to be kicking off at 9 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be doing some Twitch streams. Probably going to be playing some, finishing Mario up, actually. And that will start at 5 o'clock EST. Then on Thursday, we've got a doubleheader. First, we're going to have Ehbon at 4 o'clock EST. And that'll go for 3 hours long. And then later that night at 10 o'clock EST, we will be continuing RollPlay R&D, the new show, Research and Development, which a lot of people seem to be enjoying here on YouTube. So thank you all for that. We'll be kicking that off, and it'll probably only go for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It'll be somewhat of a shorter show, but in the future we might try to put that show on Saturdays. I'm not sure. We'll have to see where that show kind of lands. But it will be weekly. I do not foresee... okay, I'm not going to say that. It's pretty easy to schedule that show, is what I will say. Friday, we've got 8-Bits at its normal time, 1 o'clock EST. And then Saturday, guys, the boys are back in town. RollPlay Dark Heresy comes back around 4 o'clock EST. As long as there are no cancellations from today till Saturday, we should have another episode of RollPlay Dark Heresy. So if you want to check that out, come over to twitch.tv/itmeJP. Then, of course, on Sunday, I'm going to be taking the day off after that busy week of scheduling. If you want more information on any of the role plays, whether it's going to be a cancellation or a time movement or anything, you can follow twitter.com/realroleplay for all of the latest information, as well as going over to twitch.tv/itmeJP and !roleplay in the chat. That'll actually give you a countdown to all of the shows in real time. So if you're maybe from another time zone that is not easy to calculate EST and GMT times, you can go over there and it'll actually tell you the exact time that the show will be going live in 4 hours and 21 minutes, for example. So yeah, busy week ahead on Twitch. In terms of YouTube content, RollPlay, all the VODs, all of them, all 4 shows will have VODs here. We've already got RollPlay R&D coming out, as well as Ehbon VODs. Those will run till, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday morning for R&D. And then we'll be kicking off all the VODs. VODs will be coming up tomorrow and tonight for D&D, and then Saturday we'll actually have Dark Heresy VODs. The playthrough of Baldur's Gate is still going to continue. I have so much content right now on YouTube that it seems kind of pointless to post 4 or 5 videos in a single day, so I have not been doing that. But I think on Wednesday we should have another episode of that. Huge thanks to everyone that has been watching that. Last week, Real Talk with Jeff Green, Part 1 and Part 2 are out. We still have not recorded Part 3 yet, however, and that'll be done in the future. I'm not sure when, though. This week's Real Talk with LethalFrag will be going down. I think that's going to be recorded on Sunday, but it will not be aired live. It'll be straight to VOD here on YouTube. So when I know more about that, I will post on Twitter about it. Before we jump out of the schedule, well, actually, let's jump out of the schedule graphics. I love having that power. I do want to mention that the Awaken the Bacon t-shirt is now available over at rodeoarcade.com. You can click right here, actually. If you click here where it says click to buy, you can actually get that shirt. And it's 26 bucks. It's available right now. Shipping to Europe is a little bit high. I think it's around $9 is what most people are reporting. But it's one of those shirts, if you want to watch the full video, you can do so. Just to kind of explain what the hell it is. So yeah, thanks everyone for supporting me. And of course, the Crazy Cat picture pack is still available on Xbox Live for $1 if you want some gamer pictures. Let's go and answer some fan mail. Questions can be submitted over to reddit.com/r/itmeJP in the sticky post at the top of the page. First question comes from Tantrum Right. There's some talk about doing something like a Christmas episode with roleplay D&D, where you sit down and talk about the backstories of our fallen heroes, and perhaps Neil could talk about the potential storylines that the players choose to ignore. Is this something that you are thinking about doing, and will we see it anytime soon? We definitely thought about it, or have been thinking about it when it got brought up the first time around, but nothing has really been set in stone. We only have about 10 more days worth of recording, so it might happen. I do not know. I do not know. It would be kind of cool. I really wonder how long something like that could go on in terms of length, but I'll bring it up with people tonight, and we'll see what people think about that. I think it would be kind of cool. I don't think we could talk about the potential storylines, because that would kind of spoil stuff, obviously, but we could definitely talk about fallen heroes and other instances throughout the season that we could. So maybe we'll see. Thanks for the question, Tantrum. Second question from Footed. How did you get to where you are in life? Education, interest, any stories behind it? It's kind of a deep, interesting question. Thanks. I'll just say your name's Footed. I don't want to stutter. Thanks, Footed. How did I get to where I am in life? Well, I think the number one thing was that I always try to push myself, in the sense that I'm always doing something. I hate just sitting there or not doing anything. So if I'm not quote unquote working, which is like doing a video or writing something or getting videos up or just doing emails and whatnot, I will watch some sort of media, whether it's other streams, whether it's a movie, whether it's anything like that. I always try to keep my brain kind of busy at any point in the time. I think the main thing, and I've actually had this talk with a couple other people who I definitely would view as successful. It's really just like hustling. Like, shit might happen where it sucks, but at the end of the day, you can't focus too much on that. You really just got to get right back on it, or else you'll fall behind. Like, I think the perfect example, this is stealing someone from someone else, but I think if you look at someone like Will Smith, he's always said that he might not be the best actor or the best rapper or the best at anything, but what he is the best at is he will outwork the shit out of you. And I've kind of always used that, once I heard it, as a mantra, to where if I am feeling lazy, I kind of just say, no, I can't actually do that. I need to just shut up and try to push through. And granted, that is pretty tough at times. I think like last winter was definitely one of the more trying times, where I just didn't know what to do. I didn't want to make content. I was so over everything else going on around me that I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I just started doing content, and things kind of happened. Yeah, I don't really have any stories behind it per se, but I think the main thing is I got to where I am right now, and it's not, I mean, it's kind of successful in my eyes. It's not like wildly successful. I do all right, that's for sure. But I always try to do better or do more, I think, is the best way to think about that. So thanks for the question. For the third and final question from Leon Trout 00. 'Tis the season of gift giving and receiving. Yes, it's Christmas. That is an accurate statement. What is the best gift you've received, and is there something you picked out for someone else where you knew you nailed their taste perfectly? What is the best gift you received? I guess the fondest one. I don't know if there's a best gift. That's kind of douchey to like rate your gifts. But I think the most fondest one was getting a Nintendo 64 back in the day, because both me and my brother knew that they were sold out that Christmas when they came out, and we didn't think our parents could actually get one, could actually like find one. because of how rare and how much they were selling out. And apparently they did. We didn't know that. My brother had actually looked around at all of the spots in the house to try to find the gift, because he tends to do that he used to do that when we were little or younger. I guess he was about, I think he was probably in high school when that came out, or at least middle school. But my parents had hid it under the bed, so I guess he wasn't very good at finding things. But yeah, that was definitely the most memorable, because we weren't expecting it at all, and that kind of I've always tried to do that when I give gifts. I didn't really come into I wasn't able to purchase gifts for a lot of my family, for actually the majority of my family, until a couple of years ago when I started actually getting income towards the end of college. And I think the best gift that I've given, where at least I've nailed their taste perfectly, was probably last year, when my brother was not, I don't know what he was expecting from me. I don't really know if he expected it at all. He hadn't really spoken to me about it or anything like that, but I ended up getting him the Super Star Destroyer that Lego puts out, and he's a big Lego fanatic. And there was this giant box. I mean, this is just a massive box, and it had his name on it, and he didn't know what the hell it was. And I remember like seeing him opening it, and him just kind of like the 30-year-old man that he is, kind of going back to a childlike wonder. And when he opened that gift, so that was really cool to see that, and that was probably, I guess, one of my favorite gift giving periods. So, huge shout out to Tantrumite, Footed, and Leon Trout. Guys, that's gonna do it for itmeWeekly. I will see you tonight on RollPlay D&D, and I'll see you on all this other stuff, the Twitch streams, all the other roleplay shows, and 8-bits. It's gonna be a good week. I'm excited. A lot of content coming out. I think like 20 hours worth of content this week, which is kind of a lot. Hopefully it's not too much. Anyways, I'm out, guys. Have a good week, and I'll see you on the shows. Peace. Boo, whoop.